What is going on? Matt O'Leary back with another video live from Sag Harbor out east on Long Island. Was hoping to do a poolside video for you today, previewing the New York Jets and the New York Giants. Unfortunately, the weather is not holding up, so I am live from a basement, which is not nearly as fun. But still wanted to talk to you guys about the New York Jets and the New York Giants. We'll preview the game. And something that I think everyone's going to be keeping a close eye on is the New York Jets starters. They will be playing pretty much a majority of them. Aaron Rodgers is going to get snaps. Sauce Gardner, Quinton Williams, everybody, for the most part, is getting snaps. No Breece Hall, no Dalvin Cook, and probably no Dwayne Brown. He just returned to practice late this week. It'd be pretty surprising and a pretty quick turnaround if he was in the mix and playing. We'll keep an eye on Joe Tittman. I wouldn't expect him to play with the injury news that we got from him, and maybe Alan Lazard. But, I mean, Garrett Wilson expected to play. The Jets' entire starting offensive line. Mekhi Becton, which is a big one because, well, let's face it, he was a huge storyline and a huge talking point. He sat out of practice yesterday, which was planned, by the way. The Jets wanted to do that on purpose. They are ramping him back up, and they're taking their time with Mekhi Becton. They don't want it to turn into something that becomes an issue if they are just, kind of rushing him back and, trying to do things when he's not ready. So they're going to have days off mixed in, which was totally expected and totally fine. And he is still on track to play in this game on Saturday. The only thing that I mentioned earlier with Dwayne Brown probably not expected to go, which means Billy Turner more than likely will be the starting left tackle. That scares me with Aaron Rodgers in the game. So what I would propose is putting a tight end over there and just, help chip away whatever edge rushers screaming off the edge, because the Giants are not playing their starters. They are playing their second team and third team guys. So these are players fighting for roster spots, and not just roster spots on the Giants, but they have to put good film out there in order to, maybe if they're getting cut, get cleaned somewhere else. So that kind of energy and those kind of, hungry players who might be taking it a little bit more seriously than the Jets, who are just trying to ramp up with their first team. That scares me a little bit. I don't want to see any injuries in this game. Unfortunately, we've seen a ton of injuries in the Jet-Giant preseason games in the past. Mark Sanchez done for the year in that game. Chad Pennington got hurt in the Jet-Giant game. Jason Sehorn on the Giants got hurt way back in the day. So this is something that unfortunately has been a little bit of a trend. So want to make sure that everyone remains healthy in this one. With Corey Davis retiring, the Jets now have an open spot at wide receiver. So you have Malik Taylor, Xavier Gipson, and Jason Brownlee, three guys fighting for probably two spots. I would guess that it would be Xavier Gipson for his returnability, and then Jason Brownlee. I think he has the upside, and he's a bigger receiver in a similar build towards what Corey Davis was. So if you're looking for that direct kind of one-to-one swap, that would make sense. But Malik Taylor does have the connection with Aaron Rodgers already. They spent time together in Green Bay, so that could absolutely play a factor in who's going to win that final roster spot. But with the surprising news about Corey Davis, now the Jets have another open spot at wide receiver, and those three guys are going to have to be kind of, we're going to keep a close eye on those three in the final game, because it's been close. All three of those guys have been productive. Xavier Gipson's made a couple nice catches and made some plays on special teams. Brownlee, really good camp, kind of had a nice game against Tampa Bay, 50 yards. Malik Taylor's made a couple nice catches as well. So all three of those guys are going to be active in this one, and I would think this comes right down to the wire on the decision. From the Giants side of things, they're not going to expect to play a ton of starters, but I'm excited to see Jalen Hyatt, who's their rookie wide receiver, fell to them in the third round. I'm really looking forward to seeing him. He's been a playmaker so far early in training camp in the preseason, and we'll see. I mean, maybe he's out there against Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed, or it might be a tough day for Bryce Hall and those guys, the second and third team cornerback room at that point. But I want to keep a close eye on Jalen Hyatt. I think he's a really exciting player, and unfortunately, I was hoping that we would see John Michael Schmitz and Joe Tittman go, at it a little bit, but we might have to wait to the regular season. That's something too to keep a note on. Both these teams play in the regular season in week, 9? So the New York Jets and New York Giants, I would think, would keep it pretty bland, pretty vanilla, which is expected in these games in the preseason. So again, the most important thing is you come out of this game with health. No injuries, no injury scares, please. That is the most important thing. And I would anticipate the starters playing maybe 2 series at the most. At the most. I don't want to see anything more than that. Ideally, first team offense goes right down the field, they score a touchdown, go right off the field. That's it. Keep it simple, keep it light. And yeah, no injuries. Let me know your thoughts on this game down in the comments below. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Once again, I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll catch you next time.